Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of Deuteronomy. We're still looking at Deuteronomy chapter 32, Moses' song he taught to the children of Israel. This song was all about remembering who the Lord was. That's the primary theme of the song. Remember who God is. He is your Lord. They are to remember what the Lord has done for them. They are to remember to worship only the Lord, not to be misled into idolatry. And then the final theme, the final emphasis of this song is to remember that you are the people of God. God has chosen you to be his people. Let's look at verses 7 through 9 of Deuteronomy chapter 32. Ask your father, he will tell you. Ask the elders, they will explain it to you. When the Most High gave the nations their inheritance, when he divided all mankind, he set up boundaries for the peoples according to the number of the sons of God. But the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is his allotted inheritance. Moses sang about the day when God divided the nations and the peoples, allotted to each their inheritance. But he says, Jacob, Israel, is my portion, my inheritance. In other words, the children of Israel are the chosen ones of God. I have chosen you as my people. It began when I called Abraham to follow me to a land I would give to him and his descendants. And through his descendants, all nations of the earth will be blessed. Out of Abraham arose a family. And out of that family arose a nation, the nation of Israel, God's chosen people, God's family, God's inheritance, God's people. So Israel is to remember they are the people of God. Now they were chosen for a reason. They were to be the inheritance of the Lord. They were to recognize that he and he alone was the Lord. And they were to teach the nations who God was. You see, to be the chosen people of God for Israel did not mean that they were especially worthy people. The Lord says over and over again, that's not the case. It's all by grace. But I've chosen you to glorify my name among you, and through you to bring all the nations back to me. You will be my nation of priests. Through you, I will bring all the nations back to me. Because through the nation of Israel, one day come the Messiah, the Son of God, Jesus. And he would bring all the nations back to the Lord. But for now, Moses wants to remind the people that you have a special place in God's providential plan. You are chosen by the Lord. You are his inheritance. So you are to worship only him. You are to glorify only him. You are to exalt his name so that all the nations might see that the Lord, he alone is God. The Lord, he alone is King. You are to lead all nations to a knowledge of the truth, to knowledge of God. And one day, the one will come, the Messiah, who will bring all nations back to the Lord. But Israel was to remember they were the chosen people of God. They were the Lord's portion, the inheritance of the Lord. He had chosen them to be his special people. Of course, we who name the name of Christ also realize that we are chosen by God, not because we were worthy. Oh no, it's when we were yet sinners, Christ died for us and redeemed us. Oh, it's all by the grace of God. But he's redeemed us and he's made us his people, his inheritance. We are the chosen of the Lord, chosen by his grace. And through faith in Christ, we've become part of the family of God. To spread the news now to all the world, who the Lord is. And through Jesus, we can all come to know him. So we understand what Moses was teaching Israel about being the inheritance of the Lord. For we also know what that is because we know it in Jesus Christ. You have a great day today, and hope you join us next time for our next 5-minute Bible study in the book of Deuteronomy.